Students, be ready. I am going to teach one of the vital term of grammar. You have to listen to this video very peacefully, and thereafter you have to go through the book in which you have to read out sentence pattern and clutch. First of all, I have started telling sentence pattern. It is well known to you that a combination of words that makes a complete sense is called a sentence. According to sense point of view or gesture point of view, sentence has been divided into 5 parts: assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative and exclamative. Assertive has been divided into 2 parts: affirmative and negative. Thereafter, sentence has been divided into 4 parts as per construction point of view. As per formation point of view, sentence has been divided into 4 parts: simple, compound, complex and compound complex. The another name of compound complex is mixed sentence. Here it is to be understood that the first part of the sentence is simple sentence, the sentence that has subject and verb. That is called simple sentence. Ram writes a letter. He is going to the market. I have done my work. She has sung songs. These are sentences which belong to simple sentence. Every sentence is known as sentence when that provides us complete meaning. The sentence must have subject. Subject is found in various forms. Subject is found in form of noun. Ram works in the factory. Here Ram is a subject. He goes to the market. Here he is a pronoun and it is a subject. Walking is a good exercise. Here Jiran has become subject. Walking has become subject. Well begun is half done. Here phrase is sentence. To walk on foot is a good exercise. Here non-finite to walk is a subject, and what to do is not known to me. It means what to do is a subject that is clause. It means I do want to tell here sentence subject is found in various forms. I have already dealt with. I have already described. And I have already told what is simple sentence. The sentence that has subject and verb. It means he is going to the market. It is one of the examples I have given regarding the simple sentence. Before learning about sentence, it is necessary for us to have knowledge of clause. Without knowledge of clause, we cannot understand sentence as per construction point of view properly. So it is necessary for us, for you to have knowledge of clause. Sentence that is the part of the sentence that is the part of the sentence that has subject and finite verb is called clause. It means the part of the sentence that has subject and finite verb is called clause. Clause has been divided into three parts. It means there are three parts of clause. First is principal clause, second is subordinate clause, and third is coordinate clause. What I have told? I have told the first part of clause is called principal clause. The sentence that is sufficient for its meaning, that is called principal clause. The sentence that does not depend on others for its meaning is called principal clause. It means the principal clause does not depend on others for its meaning. It is sufficient in itself for its clear meaning, complete meaning. That is called principal clause. As for example, this is the book that I like. This is the book is a principal clause. It is found here that this sentence, this is the book, is sufficient in itself for its meaning. It does not depend on others. That is why it is principal clause. The another example of the principal clause is this, that I have told in the first sentence, this is the book that I like most. This is the book is a principal clause. It must be understood by us. It is comprehensible. Thereafter, the another clause is dependent clause. That is also known as subordinate clause. Subordinate clause depends on others for its meaning. It means it is also called dependent clause. That depends on others for its meaning. As for example, when you come, I shall go. The next example, do not disturb her while she is driving. These two are subordinate clause. The existence of one sentence is meaningless in the absence of others. Both are correlated to each other. That is why it is called subordinate clause. And the third clause is called coordinate clause. Coordinate clause means the sentence of the same rank is called coordinate clause. As for example, I came, I saw, I conquered. It is seen every part of the sentence is in the same condition, is of the same rank as it has been told in form of example. I have told in form of example, I came, I saw, I conquered. It is one of the examples of coordinate clause. Thereafter, another example of coordinate clause is to err is human, to forgive divine. Again I am repeating, to err is human, to forgive divine. It means it is another example of coordinate clause. Students of 11th, it is in your syllabus and you have to listen to this video very peacefully. You have to learn about it very perfectly. As I always tell that English is an important language and important language must be read very carefully. Attention must be paid. Thereafter, this language will be an easy for us. I am teaching clause, I am teaching sentence matter, I have defined sentence, I have started giving the definition of clause, and I have already told what is clause. I have told there are three parts of clause: principal clause, subordinate clause and coordinate clause. And there are three parts of subordinate clause: noun clause, adjective clause and adverbial clause. Noun clause means the clause that plays the role of noun in a sentence is called a noun clause. As for example, he said that he would mend a house. That he would mend a house is a principal clause. Here, what I have told? He said that he would mend a house. That he would mend a house is a adverbial noun clause. What is adverbial noun clause? And he said is a principal clause. Thereafter, another clause is adjective clause. This means an adverbial adjective. Here, try to understand the teaching that is being done by me. In course of teaching, again I am telling you, subordinate clause has been divided into three parts. Noun clause, the clause that plays the role of noun in a sentence is called a noun clause. He said that he would mend a house. He said is a principal clause. That he would mend a house is a noun clause. Try to understand. Whenever I define, you have to understand it very carefully. Sometimes whenever I define something out of term, it should not be understood by you. I have told regarding noun clause and I have told it in a correct way. He said that he would mend a house. That he would mend a house is a noun. Thereafter, adjective clause. The sentence that plays the role of adjective is called adjective clause. It means it is the place where I was born. Where I was born is an adjective clause. It is the place where I was born. It is the place is a principal clause. Where I was born is a adjective clause. And thereafter, adverbial clause. Adverbial clause, it means the sentence that plays the role of adverb. It has been divided into many parts. It means adverbial clause has been divided into many parts. First, adverbial clause of time. There was silence as the leader spoke in the meeting. They stood up when he left the room. It is called adverbial clause of time. Next, adverbial clause of condition. Adverbial clause of place. Next, first I have told adverbial clause of time. Second I tell adverbial clause of place. As for example, do not do that type of thing which is not apt and exact. I am speaking this sentence. It does not belong to adverbial clause of place. Adverbial clause of place, the example of this sentence is, please live where you are. It is called an adverbial clause of place. Please stay where you are. Please live where you are. It is one of the examples of adverbial clause of place. Third is adverbial clause of region. It shows the region in a sentence. He will succeed as he works hard. He will get success as he works hard. It is one of the examples of an adverbial clause of region. Next, adverbial clause of condition. Adverbial clause condition shows the condition. As for example, it is said, it is defined, that shows the condition, a sentence in form of adverb, that is called adverbial clause of condition. As for example, I will do this work if you tell. I will do this work if you tell. It is one of the examples of adverbial clause of condition. Next is adverbial clause of comparison. Here it is found comparison, and that is known as adverbial clause of comparison. As for example, she is as wise as she is beautiful. She is no taller than her husband. Both are examples of adverbial clause of comparison. Next, adverbial clause of purpose. Some people eat so that they may live in this world. Here it is told, it is known as adverbial clause of purpose. It means whenever purpose is found in clause in form of adverb, that is known adverbial clause of purpose. And thereafter, there is another clause that is related, which is called adverbial clause of manner. Do as I say. It is called adverbial clause of manner. Here we get sense of mannerism. in form of adverbial clause. That is why it is called adverbial clause of man. And the last one is called adverbial clause of concession. Adverbial clause of concession, it means we get the concept of concession, and it is known in form of adverbial clause of concession. As for example, it is said, it is told that though he is poor, he is honest. It is one of the examples of adverbial clause of concession. As it is told, though he is poor, he is honest. And in this way, I have defined kinds of adverbial clause, and one by one I have given examples. In course of giving examples, I have told that everything must be learned by you in the right way. You should be mindful in course of listening to the video, and every good thing must be learned by you. It should be motive of your life. I have taught in term of the grammar related to sentence pattern and clauses. In course of teaching clauses, I have told you clause, three parts of clause: principal clause, subordinate clause, coordinate clause. I have told there are three parts of subordinate clause: noun clause, adjective clause, and adverbial clause. And thereafter I have also told, I have expressed as per grammatical terms, there are several kinds of adverbial clause. Adverbial clause of time, adverbial clause of place, adverbial clause of region, adverbial clause of condition, adverbial clause of comparison, adverbial clause of purpose, adverbial clause of manner, adverbial clause of concession. And I have given examples of every type. And on the basis of given examples, on the basis of given definition, you have to consult books. You have to go through the terms of grammar, that is in form of sentence pattern and clauses. Thereafter, your learning will be perfect. I have taught you clauses. Thereafter, I told simple sentence. And in course of simple sentence, I told there are four kinds of sentence as per construction point of view. First is simple sentence. Sentence that has subject and verb. Ram writes a letter, she is going to the market. I am doing this work, you are going here, I am to write a letter. In this way, these are the sentences which belong to simple sentence. After it, compound sentence. It means the sentence that has two or more than two principal clauses. I have already told what is principal clause. Principal clauses, it means the part of the sentence that does not depend on others, for its meaning is called principal clause. And I gave definition. This is the school. No, this is the book that I like most. This is the school that I like most. This is the school, this is the book, are principal clauses. It means, I have already told, I am also telling, the sentence that does not depend on others for its full meaning is called a principal clause. Well known. And here I am telling there are two principal clauses or more than two principal clauses in a sentence that is called compound sentence. That's called compound sentence. And in form of example is this: God has made villages and man has made towns. It is one of the examples of principal clause. Compound sentence. It is one of the examples of compound sentence. as I have told, the sentence that has double principal clause, that has two or more than two principal clauses, no, is called compound sentence. For example, what I have told, God has made villages and man has made towns. Okay? After principal clause, after compound sentence, complex sentence. The sentence that has one principal clause and two subordinate clause is called complex sentence. Try to understand what I am teaching. I am teaching sentence pattern and clauses. It is in your syllabus. You are in class 11th. You have to go through the term in the book of the grammar, and you have to listen to this video very peacefully. After it, your learning will be very perfect. And whenever you learn anything, you must know that learning must be used on the basis of practice. Always I tell, whenever I get opportunity to deliver my speech, practice makes a man perfect. Always do practice. Students of class 11th, always I tell. So here you have to go through the practice. If you are going through it, surely you will be able to learn what is being taught. No? And at present, video is prepared and you have to listen to the video very carefully. So I have told what is complex sentence. The sentence that has one principal clause and two subordinate clause, that is called complex sentence. Some people eat so that they may live. That is called, that is one of the examples of complex sentence. Thereafter, complex compound. Complex compound means mixed sentence. The another name of the sentence is called the mixed sentence. And in course of telling, I do want to tell you, the sentence that has two principal clauses and one subordinate clause is called mixed sentence. Again, I am telling to be understood by you, because I always tell you, you should be mindful in course of listening to the video, and if you are listening to the video, thereafter you may be able to learn many things regarding sentence pattern and clauses. No? That is being taught by me, and you have to listen to this video very properly and carefully. Now, I have told in this context, what have I told? I have told mixed sentence, and the sentence that has two principal clauses and one subordinate clause. That is called mixed sentence, compound complex sentence. And here, completely, it is to be understood in form of example. When I went to him, he saw me, but he did not get up from his seat. What I have told? I have told. When I went to him, he saw me, but he did not get up from his seat. It is one of the examples of mixed sentence, compound complex sentence. I have told regarding this context. And in this way, I have taught today two things. First, I started teaching you sentence. I told I am going to teach sentence as per construction point of view. And there are four kinds of sentence: simple, compound, complex and compound complex. I have defined every sentence one by one, and to be understood sentence in a proper way, clauses have been taught. Because without knowledge of clause, sentence cannot be understood. So both are related to each other. So first I started teaching sentence. Thereafter I have taught clauses to be understood sentence as per construction point of view. And I have told four kinds of sentence: simple, compound, complex and compound complex. To be understood, sentence in a proper way, I have taught clauses. And clause, three kinds: principal clause, subordinate clause, coordinate clause. Subordinate clause has been divided into three parts. I am repeating again and again what I teach to be understood by you. After listening to the video, everything must be learnt by you in a right way. Whatever I have taught, that must be in your mind. For this, I repeat again and again. Three kinds of clause: principal clause, subordinate clause, and coordinate clause. There are three kinds of subordinate clause: noun clause, adjective clause, and adverbial clause. And there are many kinds of adverbial clause. I have told, again I am telling you, adverbial clause of time, adverbial clause of place, adverbial clause of region, adverbial clause of condition, adverbial clause of comparison, adverbial clause of purpose, adverbial clause of manner, adverbial clause of concession, and adverbial clause of result is also. There are many kinds of adverbial clause, and you have to think of properly what is being taught in the class. Thereafter, you will be able to enhance your knowledge. Always I tell, knowledge is power and ideas rule the world. Knowledge you have to get on the basis of self-studies, as well as what is being taught by the teacher must be paid attention by you. Thereafter, you will be in a condition to improve or to enhance your knowledge. So, dear students, I have taught today's sentence pattern and clauses. You are in class 11. It is in your syllabus. It must be read by you. It must be thought by you. And whenever you pay your proper attention, really you will be able to develop your English. This is the thing that I want to tell you. In the next class, I will teach you another topic. Today I have taught you sentence pattern and clauses, in which I have taught everything vividly, clearly, to be understood by you. Thank you, my dear students.